Shalom, thanks for watching Doing Life with Jenny. Today I'm going to explain how YouTubers are misleading you when it comes to Mexico. They're not doing it on purpose, but you're getting the wrong impression. If you're like me, you've noticed that in YouTube videos, it looks like everybody is on vacation 24/7 in Mexico. What you have to realize is that the YouTubers themselves are working online. Even if they have another job besides YouTube, they're working online remotely. So they have the flexibility to move around Mexico at all times, to do stuff during the day, and it looks like they're always on vacation, and since they're out, it looks like the Mexican people are always out as well. So why does it look like the Mexican people are always free all day, every day? Most people own their own business in Mexico. There are large corporations. There are people that work for other companies, but usually everything is family owned, locally owned. So it's the lady that makes tortillas down the street. It's the man that sells tamales on the corner. So since it's their own business, if they need to step away to pick up their kid from school, if they need to take the day off for whatever reason, they're able to. They have that flexibility, they'll just have to make up that money later on. Next, YouTubers always comment on the cost of living in Mexico and how it is so low. You have to keep in mind that the YouTubers are coming from the USA, Canada, or Europe, most likely. Let's just stick with US dollars for the examples. So if I am earning US dollars, and I'm living in Mexico on those US dollars, yes, I'm living like a queen. However, it is not like that, not even close to that for the Mexican people. Let's say you're earning 3,000 US dollars a month, and a lot of times it feels like you're living paycheck to paycheck, just able to pay rent and food and electricity and whatnot. Well, in Mexico, it's the same case, but their bills are just less expensive, and their income is a lot less. So maybe they're earning 500 US dollars a month. That's just barely enough for their bills, just like 3,000 is barely enough for our bills. So let's say someone in Mexico is earning 500 US dollars a month. It doesn't sound like a lot, and it isn't, but also maybe they're only paying $50 to $100 in rent, and the water bill is less than $10, and you can get a cell phone plan for less than $10 and internet for $20. So you see where I'm going with this? The current minimum wage in Mexico is roughly $8 US dollars per day, not per hour, per day. Unless you live within so much distance from the US border, then it goes up to $12 per day because the cost of living along the border is more expensive than the rest of the country. And then compare that to the US's minimum wage being roughly $8 to $15 per hour, whereas theirs is per day. So long story short, the Mexican people have to work. They have to work hard. They work roughly the same amount of hours per day, but instead of having a work week Monday through Friday, their work week is Monday through Saturday, and they usually only have Sundays off. So why am I telling you all of this? For two reasons. One, if you're going to have a typical job in Mexico, I just want you to be aware it's not going to be all ponies and rainbows and you living on the beach like a king, because you're going to be earning pesos if you're having a typical job there. Earning pesos and living on pesos doesn't get you very far. Only earning dollars and living off of pesos does. And secondly, so that the Mexican people can have a voice. Not that I can speak on their behalf, I am not Mexican, but I could see how they would be upset that they're being portrayed as, oh yeah, we're living the best life down here, everything is so cheap. We've already explained this. They are very hardworking. They are struggling just as much as everybody else is. And let me actually add one more point to the video that's related, but slightly off topic, and that is gentrification. If you are European, American, or Canadian and moving to Mexico, please be very mindful. as to how much money you are spending on various goods, services, accommodations. Because if you are willing to pay $700 for rent, because that sounds very cheap compared to where you're coming from, that is very expensive for Mexicans. And you know how it is, like typically expats group in certain regions all together. Well, you're displacing a lot of locals because they can't keep up with your competition. For example, where I'm going to move, it is $50 to rent a bedroom, kind of like a roommate sort of situation, and maybe $150 to rent a 2-bedroom apartment. So that's a heck of a deal for Canadians and Americans. That's a normal price for where I'm moving in Mexico. So if you show up and you're willing to pay $500, that still sounds like a very good deal for an American. But that is an outrageous price for a Mexican. So please don't overpay and displace the local people. Do your research, know what the rent should go for, know what the car price should go for, know what the cost of food should be, and pay that price. So please let me know your thoughts in the comments about this topic, and if you would like to follow me on my journey to moving to Mexico from the US, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.